Hello, welcome once again to Jet Mathematics with your host Milton Ibiwari John. Today we are still looking at factorization, and at this time we'll be looking at highest common factors, H.C.F. We are going to look at the H.C.F between algebraic terms. Alright, because the knowledge of this will help us when we dive into factorization proper. So let's see how we can get the H.C.F between two algebraic terms. That is the highest term that can successfully divide this number and this number. The highest algebraic term that can successfully divide this number and this algebraic term and this algebraic term. So we are going to do that quickly and very easily. So we have the very first example here. It says find the H.C.F of 6xy and 18s squared. So we are going to do this: 6xy and 18s squared. So we use our prime factorization method to get this done. What can go to 6 and 18? We know 2. 2 here gives me 3xy. 2 divided by 6 is 3, and then we have xy. 18 divided by 2 is 9, and then we have s squared. We can again look at what can divide 3 and 9. 3 and 9. Okay, 3 can go. So 3 divided by 3, we have 1 xy. Remember, I've told you we don't need to write the 1. And then 9 divided by 3 is 3. And then we have s squared. At this point, we look at again what can divide this term xy and this other term 3s squared. So we know a number cannot divide anymore, so we use the alphabet. So we have x here, so s can go. So xy divided by x, we are going to have y. When you say xy divided by x, that and that goes up. So we are left with y. And then 3s squared. 3s squared is the same thing as writing 3s times x, s times x. So we have double x there. And then it's being divided by x. So s goes off. So we'll be left with what? 3x. So 3s squared divided by x gives us 3x. At this point, there is nothing that can divide both terms at the same time. There's nothing that can divide both terms at the same time. So we conclude by saying that our H.C.F, that is the H.C.F of 6xy and 18s squared is, we are going to multiply 2 times 3 times x. So it's equal to 2 times 3 times x. And that gives us 2 times 3 is 6, times s is x. So 6x is the highest common factor between 6xy and 18x squared. Remember again, it is the highest factor, the highest term that can divide 6xy and 18x squared. Remember, we are using terms or factors that can go into the two terms at the same time. We are using factors which can go into the two terms at the same time. Alright, let's look at our second example. This is 10ax squared and 14a squared x. So I'm going to do that again. 10a squared and 14a squared x. So we look at the two terms, what can divide them at the same time. We use our 2 can divide 10 and also divide 14. So 10 divided by 2 is 5, and then we have ax squared. And 14 divided by 2 is 7, and then we have a squared x. Like I said before, I said 10 divided by 2 gives us 5. We are using 2 because 2 can divide both 10 and 14. So I said 10 divided by 2 will get 5, then we'll bring down a squared. 14 divided by 2 is 7, and then we'll bring down our a squared x. Now looking at 5 and 7, there is no number that can divide these two numbers at the same time. So proceed to looking at the alphabet. We have a squared here, so we can divide through by a. So 5as squared divided by a, we can do that here. 5as squared divided by a. So a goes off, and then we have 5s squared. So this gives us 5s squared. And 7a squared x divided by a. 7a squared x divided by a. Remember, we have double a here, so 1 goes off with this. We're left with 1a here now. So we have 7ax. We have 7ax. So what can we do? Here we have x, here we have s squared, and here we have x. So we can use x to divide through. So that we say 5s squared divided by x gives us 5x. Remember, one of the x here will go, so we're left with 1. And then 7ax divided by x, we have 7a. Yes, those up. And so I think at this point there is no term that can divide 5x and 7a at the same time. So we conclude by saying that the H.C.F, that is the highest common factor of 10as squared and 14a squared x is equal to 2 times a times x. 2 times a times x. And that is equal to, remember we're taking this here, 2 times a times x. And that gives us 2a x. So 2ax is the highest common factor of 10a squared and 14a squared x. So I believe it's clear, but if you have any questions, you can drop them at the comment sections. And don't forget, you can as well share this video and also like this video. But before I leave you, I'm going to give you something to try. Ensure you solve and submit in the comment section. I'll certainly reply your comments. Thank you. So get your exercise here. So you are going to find the H.C.F as the highest common factor of a mp squared and 3m cubed m squared p. I'm going to put here 9mp squared and 3m squared p. And then you also do that of 21s squared and 14s squared y. Alright, thank you. See you in our next video. Bye.